It was just as good as I remembered it. And I'm thankful that I did not have to risk my life in order to get it. Mo, what are you talking about? It's Later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and on YouTube and social media. I'm talking about Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Tawala Sharp was nice enough, brave enough, dedicated enough to risk his life to go to Chuck E. Cheese pizza on the way in and got the later crew pizza.
Yes.
And it tasted as good as I remembered it. I'm serious. I was always partial to Chuck E. Cheese pizza, especially the cheese pizza. And it tastes just as good.
I need him in the outfit, though, don't you?
No, I really don't.
Really?
No,
I'm not. In the Chucky outfit?
No, I don't.
You know, I was looking for Chuck while I was down there, and it's all digital. They don't even have anyone walking around. I asked someone, and they said for birthday parties, they will bring someone out in a costume. But it's all digital. It's all this digital display that they have up there now.
They have gotten rid of the band.
They got rid of the band.
Do they still have the games like skee ball and everything?
They have skee ball. They have, the basketball. They have all the little video games. And I saw, while I was in there, all of the reasons why fights happen. I saw children running around with their snotty, nasty hands going table to table, forgetting where they're supposed to be at. I saw a bunch of surly looking guys, almost looked like a bar, like some dudes who were in there looking like they were ready to fight, like they were just geared up for it. I said to myself, okay, stay to the back against the wall. And if it jumps off, be ready to go. I was like near some high tables.
Explain that. For people who don't understand, why would you make sure there's a wall behind you?
Oh, because, I'm not going to get snuck or caught up from behind. One of the first rules of defense is make sure that your back is protected. Make sure you can see any attacker from any angle. If you're back against the wall, you are best suited to defend yourself. That way you're not going to get choked from behind, get hit from behind, kicked, slant, anything from behind. No, you got a wall behind you. That's just defense 101. Get your back up against a wall. There were things near me that I could pick up and use as weapons. There was a high chair.
This is the kids' pizza restaurant you're talking about, correct?
Yes, I was ready for it. And I said to myself, I can see why it goes down here. But the thing that I saw that was the most awesome, amazingly gross thing that I ever thought I would see.
Wait. You're just now telling us this after I had
After you had the pizza, okay? Because, and I want y'all to eat the pizza first. I want to make sure you had pizza first. There was a young lady, nice young lady. She was refilling the Chuck E. Cheese buffet bar. Okay. She went to the back and got some, I guess it's like a red colored ambrosia. I don't know if it's strawberry ambrosia. I don't know what, but it's ambrosia. First of all, that's kind of like,
at Chuck E. Cheese?
At Chuck E. Cheese. Yes. Like they have it in a little tray.
Okay.
I saw she had a bucket, like a little container. She popped the top. And for a second, I said to myself, is she using a scooper to fill that? And I said, damn it, no, that's her hand. She had on a white plastic glove, and she's digging her hand.
She at least had a glove on.
She had a glove on, but she's digging her hand into this.
But no
ambrosia.
actual scoop, ladle, or anything.
No, nothing. That. No cup, no ladle, no nothing. And she's filling up this ambrosia, and I'm like, "Are you serious right now?" And I guess this is just the way it goes, because everyone in the front is like, we're just like, "Yeah, I guess this is what we do." I took a picture so I could get a picture of her hand, because I was like, "Film this! What are you doing?" Till I stopped laughing and looking in disgust. So I just had just enough time to get her hand covered in ambrosia.
Can you make sure that Daniel has it so we can put that on YouTube? I'm going to get this picture
to Daniel. As I was leaving, someone was parked in a handicap spot, but they decided to park their van across like 2 spaces. And I said, "See, you're coming here to start a fight. You're obviously here to start a fight." Oh, it was hilarious at Chuck E. Cheese.
Mark, did you get any of the pizza yet?
It's the first time I've had it, and it's good.
Yeah,
first time?
I've never had any problem with the food.
First time
First
ever.
time, wow.
Yeah. I don't think I've been inside a Chuck E. Cheese since, I think briefly in high school, I had a girlfriend who worked at one, and I just went in to mock her.
They do have
that was it.
They do have them in the state of Washington?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
No,
So
this is
did you
great.
get some yet?
You're a lifesaver. This is, you've brought us life-giving pizza on a Friday.
Hey, look, man, pizza on a Friday always wins.
Yay.
Always. But it was at Chuck E. Cheese. I was looking for the fight. I was so ready.
Well, maybe it's just a little bit later. They sell alcohol there, right?
And it goes till 10.
Yeah. So
Which
it
I
might
said
be
to myself, what kid is
It's
there
early.
at 10 o'clock?
It's early.
Did you see any adults there hanging out by themselves?
No. Every adult there, I guess, had a kid. There was a bunch of guys there. Bunch of guys, bunch of strollers with no kids, and a bunch of kids who looked as if they needed their Pampers changed. Bunch of full Pampers walking around that spot. Bunch of full Pampers. And a bunch of kids.
Wait. Just kids and Pampers, no shorts or anything? Just
No. Just Pampers busting up.
Pampers out. Okay.
You can tell as a parent, you know when a Pampers.
I know
full.
what you mean.
So
Yeah.
you're just like, somebody change this kid's Pampers.
No, because I'm thinking like, wait a minute, if they're walking around just in underwear, that's a health code violation.
Oh, no. But I would say just that alone, just that full looking pamper, and you know you got a ball pit over there, just for God's sake. But I saw this one kid walking by and he was constantly rubbing his nose on his hand, and then he was going to machines, didn't have a token to save his life, but just going to machines, slapping,
Just
controls,
touching everything.
just touching stuff. And I said to myself, ugh, Jesus, this is COVID waiting to happen.
A lot of doorknob licking going
A
on.
lot of it happened. A
okay.
lot of kids
Yeah.
hanging on machines, just, I'm like, this is filth city.
And you didn't tell this to us until after we ate the pizza.
Well, yeah, I know. Look, we don't know what's going on in the kitchen. That's why you bless your food before you eat it, because you got to hope that it does your body right.
Stephanie, you got some of the food, right?
I just got some right now. Yeah.
Okay, we need to have a pact. We need to watch each other. The first one of us who turns, okay? Promise me you'll shoot me if I turn. All right? We all have to agree. The first one who turns.
Fair enough.
All right? Or goes into convulsions, like in the thing, just shoot him. That's the only way we can be sure that we can eradicate the contagion.
By turn, do you mean possibly sprinting like Usain Bolt to the men's room?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
It can happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that could be the first sign.
It could happen. I don't know what they do in the back. If there's a young lady filling up a damn trough of ambrosia with gloved hands, we don't know what happens in the back.
Yes, you do. You just don't want to think about it. Yes, you do.
Yes.
And speaking of nasty ass places to go, we're going to talk about LA County beaches when we come back. The warnings are in for the weekend.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. Happy Friday. We're live everywhere on social media and the iHeartRadio app. You can join the Mo Migos in the YouTube Motown conversation at Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, MrMokelly. And if you have listened to me for any amount of time, you probably know that I've never sung the praises of Southern California beaches. Born and raised here, lived all my life here. But you'll never tell me, oh, you got to go to a beach in Southern California. Don't worry about Hawaii. Don't worry about Miami. Don't worry about somewhere in Europe. You got to go to the Southern California beaches. I have never said that, and I never will say that, because they're some of the worst in the world. Now, they may be, I'll say, beautiful, if you're just standing there looking out over the water from a distance, but don't get too close to the water because you may catch something. LA County Department of Public Health, they've given us more advisories of places to not swim, not go in the water, do not surf, do not participate in any ocean activities whatsoever due to elevated bacteria levels. And when they say elevated, they don't tell you how elevated. They're just saying that it's higher than what is safe. It could be like 5 times, like think of it as like drunk driving. The limit is 0.08, but they're not going to tell you whether you're like 2.4 or 3.7. They're just saying it's elevated. It's not safe. Here are the warnings which are currently in effect. Mother's Beach in Marina del Rey, the entire swim area. Don't even think about putting a toe in that water. The entire swim area. Ramirez Creek at Paradise Cove, 100 yards up and down the coast from the pier. Strand Street Extension in Santa Monica Beach. They're drinking out there right now. They're drinking. They have open container all through Santa Monica. 100 yards up and down the coast from Lifeguard Tower 24. Like anyone cares, as opposed to 23 or 25. Just stay out of the water. Topanga Canyon Beach in Malibu, 100 yards up and 100 yards down the coast from the lagoon. I don't know where the lagoon is. Does anyone know where the lagoon is? I don't know.
I think I've seen that lagoon.
Marie Canyon storm drain at Puerto Beach. Say it with me. 100 yards up, 100 yards down the coast from the public access steps. Santa Monica Pier. Santa Monica is just doing great. 100 yards up and down the coast from the pier. And there's Castle Rock storm drain at Topanga County Beach. And I think that we get this one every single time we have one of these reports. Castle Rock storm drain. 100 yards up and 100 yards down the coast from the storm drain. And according to public health officials, these advisories were issued because recent testing showed bacteria levels exceeding state health standards. They don't tell you anything exact. They don't tell you if it's like was double, triple. It could be just slightly elevated above the state health standards, or it could be 10 times the amount. They don't want to tell you anything specific. But just in case you missed that list, you can always call 800-525-5662 or visit publichealth.lacounty.gov/beach. I said BEACH. I said beach. publichealth.lacounty.gov/beach. And this is something that I'm not going to worry about. I don't have to worry about elevated bacteria levels because I'm not going in the water. Something else that I don't have to worry about ever. Getting stung by a stingray. Why? Because I'm not going in the water. You may not know that.
When she was on said she got stung by a stingray.
Yes. Just the thought, the possibility of being stung by a stingray. That's like a bee in the water. I don't want to get stung. If I'm in the water flopping around, I want to be able to enjoy myself. I don't want to have to do the sand shuffle on the bottom of the beach so I don't accidentally step on a stingray. Yes, the stingray is going to get met. If someone stepped on me, I'm probably going to fight back. I don't have a stinger, but I would do something. And if someone had stepped on my head, yeah, I get it. I'd be mad. And if you step on the head of a stingray, they're probably going to sting you. That tells me I shouldn't be in the water. I really don't want to be there where I might be stung. I don't want to be stung by a stingray. I don't want to be stung by jellyfish. You can say, oh, Mo, you're just such a scaredy cat. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I don't want to deal with any of this. And as it turns out, be on alert because there's a sharp increase in stingray injuries, particularly, let's go to Orange County, Seal Beach. And according to Seal Beach Marine Safety Chief Joe Bale, hey, Joe, lifeguards typically treat about one stingray sting per day. Per day. If you go to Seal Beach tomorrow, you might be that one. I don't know how people do it. Sometimes they get as many as 20 reported cases on a given day. 20 people could be stung tomorrow. For me, that's enough to keep me out of the water. But here's something else I did not know. Do you know how to treat a stingray injury?
Is it like a bee where you have to kind of like carefully scrape out the stinger and then put cold on it?
No, it's the exact opposite. You have to put scalding hot water or as hot water as you can find.
Really?
Yeah. Hot water.
I did not know that. I thought it would have been cold, like a bee sting.
The exact opposite. The water should be as hot as the individual can safely tolerate, and the wound should be monitored for signs of infection or complications. Lifeguards continue to urge the public to remain aware and take simple safety precautions to avoid painful encounters with stingrays. You know what the most simple and the most guaranteed safety precaution that you can take is to stay your ass out of the water. I am not going to get stung by a stingray this weekend. I can absolutely guarantee it. I cannot guarantee that I will not get stung by a bee. And that is really messing me up. When was the last time you went in the water, Tawala?
I've had to be when I was a kid. As an adult or someone who could like make my own decisions, nah, never.
The last time I've been in the water, I think it was 2018. Went on a cruise, U.S. Virgin Islands. Went out to like my chest. Beautiful water. It was Megan's Bay. You could see the bottom. And then I could see things swimming past me. And I was done.
Wait, what?
I don't like...
Things are swimming by you?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes, because I'm a good, I want to say maybe 25, 30 feet out from the beach itself. It's not that far, but it was it wasn't like an immediate shelf that was going to drop off. So I was fine, and I know how to swim. I was fine coming up to my chest, and it was gorgeous blue water, something out of a catalog or a commercial. It's like ice blue colored. You can see everything, and then you realize that you're not the only thing living that's out there. And it started to freak me out. And I didn't see a stingray. Yes, I was shuffling my feet in the sand like they tell you how to do that. But then it's just got to be too much. It's too much. And Megan's Bay, where I was, is kind of like an alcove where you're not just straight ocean. It's kind of like a water cul-de-sac. That's the only way I can describe it. So not everything is coming in there, but still, I always think about it. It's not even at the back of my mind. It's the front of my mind. I have these neuroses. Sometimes I'm like Mark Ronner. Mark Ronner doesn't want to go anywhere.
Not on your best day are you like me.
Well, I'm better than you.
Keep trying.
No, I'm better than you. I want to say that, but I was just trying to be polite.
Yeah, that's what everybody could tell that. Please continue.
Okay. But you have places that you don't go. There are things that you don't do, period. That's the end of the discussion. You're not open to any type of debate.
Well, give me an example.
I like Chateau Le Mo for the 4th of July. Cruises, movies with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Stop me when I'm wrong.
Well, I don't want to step on any stingrays at Chateau Le Mo.
Well, okay, but it's the
dangerous,
same thing.
dangerous environment.
The analogy does work. There's certain things, there's certain places that you avoid and will not go out of concern for your health and safety.
Walk around your place, who knows what's looking at me as food.
Oh, boy.
Come on, food, nothing?
Stephen, don't even dignify him with the response. I know. It's like,
come on, Mark.
What is it? You think we eat the... What is this? Food? Like Cincinnati, Ohio, we eat the pets? What are we talking about?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah. Don't try the chili. Avoid the chili.
We're eating the cats? Eating the dogs?
Don't try the ribs.
KFI AM 640. We're going to talk about housing in California and an actor who's doing his part to help change some things. Mark Ronner, I'm so disappointed in you. So disappointed. I was wrong. I'm not like you in any way. At all.
Are you done?
No, not at all.
Please be done soon.
Mark Ronner with...
Just hit it, Foosh.
Wait for it.
My God, you're the worst.
News.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and on social media, video simulcast. And I've always said that Christian Bale is my favorite Batman, bar none. No disrespect to the late Adam West. No disrespect to anyone like George Clooney or the late Val Kilmer or even Pattinson, who is playing Batman now, or even Ben Affleck. Christian Bale is my favorite Batman on screen. Then you find out some other things that he's been doing, and he's even more so my favorite Batman now. He co-founded a project called Together California. And mind you, he's from the UK. He's an English actor. It's not like he was born and raised in Southern California. It's not like he has some sort of long-term ties to Southern California. This is something that he chose to do when he co-founded this project called Together California to build a housing complex for foster youth here in Los Angeles County. It's in Palmdale. It's 4.7 acres, and it will contain 12 homes, almost completed, a 7,000 square foot community center, and open space for gardens and recreational areas. I don't know if I talked about this on the air, but my wife and I were looking for a new house. We're looking to buy in Palmdale and went up there a few times. Palmdale is an undiscovered gem as far as I'm concerned.
Really?
It's getting to be more and more developed. There are portions of Palmdale which are underdeveloped, but you can get a reasonably priced home, 3 to 5 bedrooms for under $700,000 in some quadrants of this.
Wow.
Yeah. It's Palmdale. It's a little bit of a drive. So if you can center your life out there or work remotely, by all means, Palmdale is a good place to be.
But at this age, what do you need to go into LA proper for? Like, is there anything that you can't? Because I'm sure in Palmdale they have movie theaters.
Yep.
I already know that they have a 4DX and IMAX screen out there. You know, I mean, what do you go into LA proper for? I mean, you're not going to like Charger games every week, so.
I would be going to Burbank. That's the only thing.
That would be the only thing.
I would be
Right.
coming to the studio because they have not yet told me that I can use my home studio to broadcast every single day.
Right.
And outside of that, yes, we could have feasibly put our whole lives out there in Palmdale. And the only reason I'm mentioning that is going back to the story, I can see why Palmdale was chosen. It's developed enough. It is, I'll say, suburban enough. And it's a great place to raise kids. And we're talking about foster children. As I said before, 12 homes, 7,000 square foot community center, an open space for gardens and recreational areas. And since Palmdale is still underdeveloped to a certain degree, when you have 7,000 square foot community center, they're obviously working with enough land that they can expand, because I know it's not going to be just 12 homes ultimately. You may not know this. They broke ground just last year, but they've been working on this since pre-pandemic. It's taken more than 7 years just to get to this point. Because obviously the pandemic got in the way and threw a lot of things off, but you didn't hear a lot about this. Yes, you might have seen a story here or there, but Christian Bale was not someone who seemingly was trying to talk this up. He wasn't someone who was trying to say, hey, I need a pat on the back for doing this. This is something that he felt personally connected to. His daughter was 3 years old, and at that time, he was beginning to wonder what happened to kids who didn't have parents to care for them. He did some research, as the story goes, on specifically the foster care system and how 75% of foster children are taken away from their siblings when they're put into foster care. And Bale said, we have to devise some way, at least on a small level, to keep families together, to keep siblings together. And this is his first step in that direction. They chose Palmdale back in 2022. They got some funding from both Palmdale and the LA County Board of Supervisors. They broke ground in February 2024, even though this has been planned since prior to the pandemic. And Bale also says the community center that I told you about won't just belong to the village. It'll be open to the entire community of Palmdale. For as much as we badmouth actors or entertainers, or we don't want to hear about their personal politics, you have to give them equal credit as well as just criticism. It's easy to criticize. It's easy to say, oh, these actors don't know what they're talking about. They should not worry themselves about anything beyond acting. And then you see something like this, you have to give credit where credit is due. This is not something that he had to do. This is not even something that Christian Bale had to do in Southern California. He could have done it any number of places, but he chose to do it here. And it wasn't something that was easy to do. It wasn't like he just write a check and walk away and say, stick my name on it, please, and just let me get the credit. Just let me know when to show up for the ribbon cutting or anything like that. He had to persevere and working with not only the the county of Los Angeles, but the city of Palmdale to get at least this far. And, hopefully we get to see more of this. Not necessarily only from him, but from other people who feel compelled to put their money where their mouth is and to also make a positive impact right in the community where they live.
I love this because Christian Bale and stuff, when you look at some of the things he said he thought that he would just originally be able to go in and, hey, I'm Christian Bale, let's do this. And he said slowly but surely he found out, hey, that's great that you're Christian Bale, but it takes more than a notion to do this. And he said, to your point, he didn't want to just put his name on it. He said, okay, so let me buckle down and figure this out. And he said, step by step, it's way more than writing a check. It's way more than showing up to meetings. He said, there's a lot that goes into planning this, and he's been there every step of the way, because when you look at his method act, when you look at how dedicated he is to a role and what he puts into it, he put the same into making sure that this project came to fruition. It's like, you got to salute that.
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that. He is an actor's actor. He takes his acting, his craft, so very seriously. If you know anything about his method acting or how he throws himself into these various roles, you can see that if something is important to him, he's going to approach it in the exact same way.
Yeah.
And I think that is the truest testament to one's sincerity. There are a lot of folks out there who will write a check and walk away, but not Christian Bale. It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live on social media. And if you wanted to see the community, if you were tuned into our YouTube live simulcast, you could see everything we talk about. There is a video component thanks to our video director, Daniel, who's making sure that it is an altogether encompassing experience. We don't just talk about the show. You get to see the show as well.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and social media. Check out the video portion to the show. And you may remember about a year ago, there was this music festival at SoFi Stadium called the Hard Summer Music Festival. And it was so loud. You remember, Stefan, okay?
Yep.
You could hear it as far as like Manhattan Beach, Gardena.
Manhattan Beach still blows my mind because that's not close.
Not close at all. And police departments were getting 911 calls. I actually thought someone was having a house party in my neighborhood. It was so freaking loud. I could tell, it's like, oh, I know that song. Oh, I know that song. I didn't know that it was 3.7 miles away. I can only imagine how loud it was for people who lived closer than me to SoFi Stadium. And there are all sorts of complaints. There are all sorts of suggestions and questions about how could this happen? Why did they allow it to happen? It was over 2 days and they still didn't rectify it. Well, the Hard Summer Music Festival returns to Inglewood this weekend. 2-day festival, Saturday and Sunday at Hollywood Park, adjacent to SoFi Stadium. They'll have acts like K Tronada. Do you know what that is, Stefan? Is it K?
I do. He's chilled.
Okay.
Kind of like Kygo.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
What about Dom Dalla?
I know him, but I don't know his music.
Okay. I know who Busta Rhymes is. I know that. And Juvenile. I know he is. Back that thing up. Yeah. And it runs from 2 to 10 p.m. I don't expect to be home much of Saturday, so I won't hear it. My wife and dogs, they'll probably hear it, but I don't think I'll be home. But Sunday, I'll probably be home most of the day. So that'll be the true test for me. And my neighborhood is relatively quiet. So if I'm hearing music, I know it's coming from outside my housing development. And I'm thinking like, it's too damn loud. It's too damn loud. But I remember thinking this has to be somewhere close, right? Right? It's like a neighbor from down the street, right? Someone new who moved in, right? No, it was 3.7 miles away.
I thought someone was having a barbecue and I was like, oh, they're just going late. No one out there.
No, right? You was like, where's this music coming from? I could have sworn it's like over there.
Right? That's what I thought. Like on the next door.
Yeah, I walked outside my house. I'm looking like to the right and to the left. I go into my backyard and looking around. It's like, well, it's not the usual suspects. There's a house which is cat-a-corner to my backyard, and you've been in my backyard, so you know there's a field behind it. And I'm thinking like, okay, it's the folks over there. Sometimes they play music. No, it wasn't them. And I thought maybe it was LA Southwest College, which is close to me. It's like, no, it's not LA Southwest College. And then I saw the news. It was SoFi Stadium. I said, that's impossible. They would be blowing out people's eardrums. The people who were closer. I know sound carries, but we're showing video of it right now on our YouTube channel. It was incredible how far the sound was traveling and the amount of speakers that they were using that were turned out into the community, not like inward on itself for the crowd right there.
Where it should be.
Where it should be. And it's like you always have someone who's on a motorcycle with the music too loud for everyone else to hear. You got
to hear it. What they're listening to
on the motorcycle,
yeah.
Okay? Or you have someone who's blasting the music in his lowered truck with the speakers in the back. It's dong dong dong. It's like, okay, you want me to hear your music, what you like, and how much money you spent on your sound system. It's not for you, it's for us. That's what I thought it was. I couldn't have been more wrong. It was almost 4 miles away. and I could sing along to all the songs that I knew. At least I didn't know them all. I was like, I don't know that song. I don't know that song. Oh, I know that song. And I was like listening for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm playing on my computer, bobbing my head to music, thinking that, hey, okay, so-and-so's having a party. No, I was in disbelief. So they're saying, we'll find out whether it's true. Festival organizers and local officials said they figured out what caused the excessive noise last year. Oh, they had to conduct an investigation. They didn't know that if you just turned the ish down or turned the speakers in a different direction, this is not complicated, y'all. When the police come to your door and say, hey, the party's a little out of hand, do you mind turning it down? It's not a bit, there's nothing to figure out. You turn it down. You turn it down from volume 11 to 4 or something like that. But they say they know what the problem was last year, and it will be remedied ahead of time, as in now, because the festival is tomorrow. This is what they say was the issue. This is Inglewood Mayor James T. Butts. And I'm kind of fond of, so I'm not making a whole lot of fun about him. I like what he's done in Inglewood with some reservations about other things, but it's like, come on, Mayor Butts. He said, quote, the speakers were pointed to the west, and they were elevated even off the plaza. And what did that do? It allowed the bass frequencies to escape into the atmosphere. Close quote. Come on, dude. It's just a volume thing. Yes, the speakers might have been turned in the wrong direction, but there's no way that just elevating them was going to make the sound transfer and travel 4+ miles. They were hearing it on the water at Manhattan Beach. And if you may not know all the geographical the designs of the area, but if you are in that area, there's a lot of real estate in between Inglewood and Manhattan Beach down on the water. A lot. You're passing over a lot of houses, 2 freeways, the 105 and the 405. Just to get to Manhattan Beach. And then you've got another few miles before you even get to the water. And people were calling their local police departments, complaining, thinking like me, it was somewhere close when they should have been calling SoFi or Inglewood. There was nothing going on in Manhattan Beach. I know they had police calls to Gardena, Manhattan Beach, Inglewood, LA County Sheriff's Department, which is in my neighborhood, and also LAPD. I know that for a fact. How that festival managed to go 2 days with those noise complaints, I have no idea, but they say it's remedied. We'll find out. I doubt it. I'll give you a report. I'll probably go live from my backyard. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.